Child, please. Ain't nobody falling for that crap King trying to do. Ain't nobody falling for that crap that he trying to do. So let me just, child, let me just hurry up. I already know. I already get it. Okay, what he trying to do is he want to be gangster. He want to be gangster. He want to put everything on social media to make people think that he's gangster. Like Tiny and them said, you was born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Just because you was raised with your grandma, which let me let y'all know, ain't no big deal. It is not no big deal. It's plenty of people that got money that got nannies in the same household, be in the same house with their kids, but the nanny giving the kids the most attention. Okay, so it doesn't matter what he was raised at. Why he trying to put that out? Oh, I was really, after the cameras went off, I went back to my grandma's house because that's where you were living at with your grandmama. That's why you went back to your grandmama's house, because that's where you were living at. Stop trying to make it seem like that's a big deal because we didn't know. Disrespect for kids gets on my nerves. That is, he's disrespectful, but he gonna get his, okay? And what else I want to say? And what he trying to do is he want to be gangster. So he trying to let everybody think in the streets that I'm gangster. No, you're hood. Hood and gangster is two different stories. You don't know what it feels like to be hungry and your lights getting turned off. That's why they say you was born with a silver spoon in your mouth, because I'm sure that they gave your grandma money to help with you. I'm sure she was in need for no money and made sure you live very well. So you are not gangster. Okay? Now you want to try to expose your daddy by some things that the internet don't know, just like we didn't know that you was raised, your grandma raised you, just like we didn't know that. Now you want to come out with some things that we don't know to try to make your daddy look bad. But let me tell you, you ain't gonna make your daddy look bad, because for one thing, when you go to talking about what somebody do behind closed doors like your mama and your daddy, we was raised, don't tell nobody what go on behind my closed doors. So once you do that, you will be labeled as a way that you don't want to be labeled. Okay? You don't tell what your parents, unless they harming you. Let me just say that. But what goes on behind closed doors, what you trying to, like you want to expose, they ain't gonna give a dang on about that. They ain't gonna give a dang on about that. Because like I feel, if it was me, and one of my children want to say, when I'm gonna tell people what you do behind closed doors, I'm gonna tell them just like this. I don't give a damn what you tell them. I'm grown. I do what I want to do. So by him doing that, a lot of people so nosy, just like they making a big deal out of, oh, we didn't know that his grandma raised him. So what? So what if his grandma raised him? So what? And all that, they are just as, raise their kids just as well as anybody else. We don't know how nobody else raising their kids. Everybody want to know what these celebrities are doing behind closed doors, but don't want nobody to know what they doing behind closed doors. You know, ain't nobody in no big rush, and I know I'm not in no big rush to see what King got to say, what he want to put out there about them. Child, please. That's just gonna make you look weak. That's gonna make you look desperate. That's gonna make him look thirsty to be accepted. I've been seeing that. I said he want to be a thug so bad. He want to be a hood nigga so bad. Because all he was posting was him doing things to get a name for himself. That's all he was posting. But let me tell you, like I tell my son, we don't do that gangster mess around here. You hood. But you ain't got the record. You ain't got to say, I'm hood, nigga, I'm a hood. You ain't got to say that, but I'm just letting you know. I'm letting my son know you ain't gangster. You ain't gangster. You hood because we never left the hood. I never left the hood. You will one day, hopefully, you will leave the hood. But we live the hood life. You know, we don't live up there with the silver spoon people. We don't live up there with them. We hood. So don't go around here thinking you gangster, want to wear your pants down past your butt and want to be around here, you know, gang banging and all that. Yo, you ain't doing that. But that don't mean that you're not a man. That don't mean that you're not going to be respected. You know, you're going to get the most respect by being yourself. You're going to get the most respect by being a man. But being fake and want somebody to look at you a certain type of way, you want people to look at you like you gangster and you ain't gangster, that's gonna make people look at you like you fake, flawed, and phony. You're not gangster, king. Gangster people come, baby, you got to be, I ain't saying it like that there, but baby, you ain't gangster. You want to be gangster, you ain't gangster. And there's nothing wrong with that. What you need to do is learn how to be a strong man built on your own. Build yourself to be a strong man. Don't matter how nobody look at you. Like I tell mine, I don't care. Don't care about how nobody look at you. As long as they look at you and give you respect, that's all you need. That's all you need. All that trying to be tough, and baby. The ones that's walking around here tough right now, baby, catch them by themselves. You know? So, I'm just not feeling this. Like I tell y'all, like, in my other videos, I love the kids, but I can't stand no disrespect for child. You know? So me, for one, I see through that, what he trying to do. You know, you're trying to make a name for yourself, but it's not going to be a good name that you're making. Okay? It's not going to be a good name that he making for himself. All that trying to expose Tiny and Tip on social media, child, that ain't going to make no name for them. You know what I'm saying? Because they grown. They do the heck they want to do. I don't care what they do. They grown. They do what they want to do, just like y'all grown. Y'all do what y'all want to do, regardless if y'all children get on the social media and tell y'all business and whatever, squaze, whatever. Y'all gonna be like, I'm grown. I do what I want to do. You know, and all that trying to comfort them. Them people did good. She did. She was rich from a young age. Tip came right behind her with the money. They ain't never stopped making money. They know what it feels like to be hungry, and lights getting turned off, living in the projects. They know what it's like. They got up out of it. But like they say, you can take them out the streets, but you can't out the nigga, okay? So they them. But you can't take what's in you out of you. But they took their kids. They took their kids. Well, their kids ain't have to go through what they went through. They did what they have to do, regardless of what nobody feel about them. Regardless of that, they did what most of us couldn't do and ain't gonna do. So they don't care about what nobody got to say about them, because at the end of the day, they probably did quadruple better than the next person who worried about them and how they raising their kids and whatever they got going on, you know. Just because you don't know what nobody do in their life don't mean that it's something that's going to tear them down when you find out about it. See, that's what people fail to realize. You ain't got to tell nobody nothing about you. You ain't got to tell nobody nothing about you. Okay? And if they find out, if they nose it behind find out, that don't mean they was keeping it a secret. That don't mean they was keeping it a secret. It just means that it's not your damn business what they doing. They act like it's a secret because we didn't know that he was living with his grandma. It ain't your business. If they have threesomes in their bed, or do whatever they do in their bedroom, and y'all find out about it, guess what? They said it was a secret. It's just not your business. See, that's what social media fail to realize. When they find out stuff about people, personal life, their business, they feel like, oh, we're going to expose them. You ain't exposing them. It's just things that you didn't know. You know, it's just things that you didn't know because it's not your business. And if he ever feel like he want to put something out, you ain't really exposing them. You just telling their business, which ain't cool. You know? Everybody take the word expose, like they call themselves doing a couple times to me. You can't expose a bitch ain't got nothing to hide. It's just not your business. You know? Because I'm the same way. I'm the same way. When they try to come on here and, oh, you been to jail. Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that. Baby, I know who I am. You're not exposing me. You just finding information about me that you didn't know. You just looking up information about me that you didn't know, but other people do know. You know why? Because it ain't your business. You can't expose us. You can't expose people just because you don't know what they really got going on. You just don't know it. You ain't exposing nothing. So that's what people need to realize. They ain't did nothing wrong. Him being raised by his grandma, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I say, people got nannies in the same house with the kids. The mama and the daddy in the same house, and they got a damn nanny. And the nanny spend more time with the child. Get out of here with that. I always want to look down on celebrities, and they done did their job. You know, child, please. I ain't going willingly. I ain't falling for the okie doke. That kind of pissed me off when I saw them on the internet acting like that. You know, I guess he tried to swing on Tip or whatever. Tip was like, nigga, you can't handle me. I know he want the, yo, you know how we be wanting to do. You want to split them to the white meat. You know what I'm saying? But we know how shitty they is. You know what I'm saying? We know they ain't really got no sense. So we don't want to just do them in like we really want to do. Because I know he wanted to do them in. But he just gave him a little taste. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing with me. That's how bad you want to have a reputation. That's how bad you want to be tough to run up on Tip. That's how bad you want to be gangster. Baby, sit down somewhere. We ain't falling for it. We ain't falling for it. So, that's all I want to say on that, y'all. Y'all know I do not play with them disrespect for children. I can't do it. I don't care who child it is. I don't do the disrespect for children. So let me get off of here because I got things to do. I just had to let y'all hear that part because I ain't falling for it. Tip and Tiny, they did their job. They superstars, famous, however y'all want to say it. They did their job. They got their children out the hood. They got them out of there. You know, they did their job. However anybody want to feel about it, let them feel about it. And what they do behind closed doors is their business. It ain't exposing. It's not exposing. It's just telling somebody business. That's all they doing. Okay? So I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.